G'day everyone, it's Max, and welcome back to the Dyson Sphere Program, the 12 Colonies. That's right. In the last episode, we were putting back together the yellow science, all within the Flying Logistics Network, as you can see here on the screen. And one thing I had forgotten about to take care of was that you had to do a little research on engines to get the ships to do the flying thing to go to other places with the warpers. Yeah, well, technology, it's great stuff. Anyway, I took a little side note after last episode. We went and got 1,000 purple science. We did the stuff, and now, of course, they run off and they get our organic crystals over there. No problem. They're bringing the stuff back, and we have lots and lots of yellow science all kind of now on standby. And that was the only research I did, by the way, was that extra rocketry research, which was needed, of course, to do that whole episode. So what are we doing today? Well, we're gonna go to another one of the 12 colonies. That's right, because we need more stuff. Instead of making acid out of oil, we're gonna actually just go get it and bring it back, because that's what we're gonna do. And to do that, we're gonna go grab that acid. Out we go, and we'll give the Really? You're not gonna give me the end at all? Like, that's kind of cheesy of you. We are gonna actually go and grab that acid from here. That's right. So here they have a volcanic ash planet, and we're going to just jump right on over there and grab us a little acid. We're also going to make a stop right there. Yeah, we're going to make a stop on our way out. Of course, that is going to be providing a lot of our hydrogen and deuterium, and we're gonna take that as well. And along with that, we're gonna have a quick look as to moving on to purple science with our whole new oil build / all the things, which we're going to turn on in the end. That should be pretty cool. We have a problem though. The problem is we're running out of stuff. It is running out. You know, we're down to our last 157,000 iron. Okay. You know, and I mean, it's literally right here. Right? It's right here. You're looking at it. That's the 157,000 right there. And it's about gone. Okay. So we are going to have to take care of that as well. I know. And to do that, I have been doing, in preparation of that, the new interportal hub. That's right. So leaving out organic crystal and acid, a lot of the main material, which of course is copper, which is your copper, your iron, your titanium, and your silicon or silicone, whatever, which one you ever want to go with. Those are your 4 basics, and they're going to have to be doing a lot of incoming to here, of course, to keep everything running. Yes, you still do need obviously the acid, which we're going to be grabbing from a place, and the organic crystal to keep doing that science. But I am okay with having separate towers for those. In this case, what happens is the ships will bring back the main material. So in this case, they'll bring this back. Then it will just offload that into these towers. And then, of course, from these towers, the drones will then go and deliver it to wherever it needs to go, right? That keeps the intergalactic logistics towers away from having to deal with drones of their own, and kind of keeps things a little more tidy overall. The very center one is only to be used for warpers. Once we get to that point where I can make warpers like fully automated. Yes, I have a little automated setup to handle warpers at the moment, but it's very cheesy in the mini mall, and you know, it doesn't make a lot at a time. But once we do that, this here central area will only deal in warpers and then distribute those warpers wherever I need them in the galaxy. All right. So in this particular case, that's what's going on down here, because I will probably have to use Max 1, Planet 1, and Planet 2 to actually handle the new the iron and the copper needs, because we're going to run out. Now, of course, Maximus 1, of course, has 10 million apiece, plenty of it, right? So we got no problem there. Max 2 has squat for iron ore. Again, I kind of got gypped off on this Gobi Desert. Like less than 500,000 of the iron ore and no titanium at all. It was like, nope, none for you. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'll just take it. We'll just go back to 1 and take it from there. So let's go have a look at this gas giant. Yeah, we can go a little faster. Zip, zip. Here we go. Let's do this. Whoa, let's not hit the planet though. Okay, so over here, I've already put them down just to get them collecting because these things aren't exactly speedy by any means, right? I don't have 40 of them down yet. I only have 20 of them down, so that's why they're spaced in between. But basically, they are storing up our hydrogen and deuterium. And of course, we do have another gas giant in another system which has fire ice on it. That'd be really good. Of course, we're going to save that one for the rocketry build side of things, right? This is going to be more than enough to handle the science, and I can handle making the graphene stuff from the oil that's on Planet Max. No problem. So we're okay there. I mean, that's what that oil build's all about, basically, because it's not making. It's basically only going to make plastic, and what is it called? It's not graphene. It's what is it? Yeah, it's graphene. All right. So, which of course allows us to make carbon nanotubes. Obviously, we'll want to save that fire ice for making for the rocketry parts and the stuff like that. Let's actually gear up to go to the colony we need to go to, which is not you, but that's you. Go there. All right. Yep. All right. Works for me. And we can turn off the little signy thing now. Thank you very much. Yep. You can turn that off. I don't need it now. Okay. I'm going to slow this down a little bit because I don't know what it is about the speed thing, but it tends to really eat up the gas. And, you know, we kind of need this gas until I get the research fully back up and running and I can pump research cubes in it till, like, there's no tomorrow. I kind of need this gas to stick around a little bit longer, right? You know, we're only doing about 5 light years. Yes, the biggest jumps we have are about 8 light years, but, I do run out on those. So it's just the way it is. Yeah, but we're already here, see? 20, now, can we find the volcano planet, right off the bat? Maybe? No? Yes? Okay. And again, my left hand didn't want to quite fully cooperate with that. I just, you know, was like, okay, you know, that is where we want to go. Let's just take the quick, no. Am I still locked on there? No. Yes, I am. I thought I tabbed out of that already. Did I not? All right. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. That looks really nice over there. This is a nice looking system, I must admit. So hopefully this planet's definitely going to handle all our acidic needs. Yep. Zip, zip. Let's go. Zoom. We want to get over here. First things first, I'm going to have to add a bunch of power. Okay. And so I know that's just not so exciting to watch. But let's at least get down onto the planet. And we'll at least have a look at it to see what we got going on here. Yeah. Boom. There we go. So let's do a little bit of a zoom out here. Wow. We are totally upside down. Okay. Yeah, so pretty much like a lot of planets, a lot of the resources are one-sided, you know, and then, of course, the other side only has a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not here for any of the resources right now. I am just here for that sweet, sweet liquid gold water. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let me plop down some power, and I'll bring you back. Now that we got everything all powered up, and we got the pumps in, we got the stuff going in. Look at that. Look at that juice going in there big time. Now, I didn't bring warpers, but I'm okay with that at the moment just because I do have some warpers back. And I can take them down to the central hub and start loading that up to get delivered around to the other 2 locations. Because we only are in 2 of the colonies at the moment, which of course is the Sashwell colony and of course the Zenith colony. So we of course have that. We are getting that power, as a quick look, we're getting that power from 2 solar rings. Instead of doing an equatorial ring, I went for the north-south ring, which, like the one back on Planet Max, tends to generate a lot more success. I guess the robots didn't finish that? Okay. We'll go down there so they can finish it. Yeah, but in any case, we'll go down there. We'll let them we'll zip on down here. Why didn't you guys finish this? I'm sure we have enough. We got enough, right? 36? Yeah, you guys wouldn't mind finishing that for me, would you? I'd appreciate that. There you go. Cool. So, more than enough power needed for this little jaunter anyway. And, of course, we are now going to turn this on to allow them to start shipping that home. We're going to remote supply that. Yeah. Now, I don't think we're actually making the request on the other end. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to fly back to Planet Max. And, of course, when I get there, I should be at the tower where, of course, we want this incoming to happen. And, of course, when I do get there, I'll bring you back. And here we are back on the home front of Planet Max. And we're ready to give this a shot to see what happens. Now, the first thing we want to test out is just the ability of the transfer between the 2 systems. So of course that's what this is going to do. This of course is going to make our carbon nanotubes. So in this case we want to we're going to demand on this, demand that. Now we do have we do have it coming from our little setup up there, but hopefully the oil will produce we'll handle all that demand shortly, and then we're going to cut that other one off. This, of course, should now be, we're going to just local store it, but we're going to remote demand it, and them guys should now take off. There they go. Look at that. That's right. Bring me back the stuff and the things. And in this, we're going to local supply this to now actually start handing out the stuff and the things to the other rounds. Now, while that's all starting to take off, we will actually want to get some of these other ones up and running so as they have enough time to get built up. So, of course, here is the actual carbon nanotubes themselves, and we'll want to get these turned on, so we should demand that, and we should also demand that, and then we're going to supply that once it's actually get made. And they're going to take off. They're going to start flying around. So, of course, here, same deal. We're going to demand this oil once it's finally up and running. And we're going to demand that, of course. And, of course, again, this plastic, we're going to supply that once it's made. And then, of course, here, I've already turned this one on just because it was it's a tiny little build. It's not really that big for them crystals. This, of course, is the one of 2 components to make Purple Science, of course, and that is the particle broadband. So, of course, we're going to request, we're going to local demand that, which is going to fly from that tower to this tower. We're going to demand this, and we're going to demand that when they're finally made. And, of course, we do have a little bit of that actually in storage up in the corner. So it's probably going to bring that down. It'll be nothing great. But that's all right. And then, of course, we're going to provide that in the end. And, of course, that will be that one. Now, let's head on up to the other side, because on the other side of this is the circuit build side of things. So, of course, here we want to have the demand for this and the demand for this, and we're going to supply that. And of course that will be done. Now we actually have one of the 2 components ready to go for this. Of course we've been making green chips since Blue Science. So of course this is where the other half of the green chips go in that build, and of course so now we can demand that. And of course now this is going to start cranking these out, and we of course can demand those, and then of course we're going to supply that to purple. Now it's time for the big one. All right, this is the good stuff, right? I mean, this is what it's all about, really. I mean, come on. So we are going to demand oil. Now that should come in. I mean, we got towers all over the place. Now it's not going to be able to get out of that tower just yet. I don't think. What are you doing? You're like some sneaky thing. Oh, you're an incoming tower. That's all right. That's fine. I was gonna say, what are you and what are you doing? Yeah, you're an incoming line. I have one oil well that's like literally right here, and instead of towering it, I just did a 50-50 split for it, and then it allows it to go either way. Oh, I cut it off here. All right, well here you can now go in there, my good friend. You can start to empty out. We now got to set up this side as well, and we will now tell this side it too can now demand as much oil as it wants, and of course it's going to do that. Now that will allow that to fill up there for a second. In fact, I want to kind of get in the middle here for a second and take a picture look at this. Yes. Look at the buzzing going on here. Yeah, see, this tower's already filled up. That's how fast they were with that one. But yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. They're like, I'm going to all the oil towers to get all the oil and come back with it. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. So, of course, once all that oil is made, it's going to do three things. It's going to make hydrogen, which we're going to supply because we're nice like that. It's also going to have this, which we're going to supply, because we want that. And of course we're going to have this refined oil, which we're going to supply. Very good. Now with that, let's turn on this side before the sun comes up so we get to see the nighttime side of things, and then we'll go turn on the other side for the daytime side. So this has the oil ready to come out. I have no idea about this build, so it should be very interesting. I didn't really get to fully test this build out. Did I even remember to set this up properly? No. It's probably just going to do 50-50, I would think. See, this is how new this build is. So we'll do it that way. And I'll have to now go down here, go down the entire line. Oh. Did I not connect you guys? All right, well, that actually makes this a little easier for me for the moment. So if I set you guys up, and now I connect you guys. Yep, connect you guys across. There you go. And there you go. You're not going to do anything anyway. That's actually good, because we actually want you to stay down low for now, and then we'll connect you up, and we'll have you come across. And then once you're full, then see they start to spit out their hydrogen. That's exactly what we want. Nice and circular. You just keep right on doing that. You keep right on doing that. And on this side, same deal, I guess. We of course, I think we want to filter these. No, we want you to be the filter. And now, I mean, this is a little bit of an experiment. I recently did this kind of build, and I fully hadn't gotten to test it yet, so this is kind of its own test, right? I may have to switch those back to 50-50 just to get them to empty out, because of course, see what's going on here is I think it's just caught in a loop. So, and I mean, that's all right. We can easily turn that off. No. I just don't want to filter it anymore. You know, just don't filter it anymore. There, do that. Yeah, same with you. Yeah. We're just not going to filter anymore. You're going to do 50-50 splits. 50-50 all the time. Now, again, this build is all very experimental. So I'm very curious to see how well it actually works. And, yep, there we go. Yeah, we're just going to turn you off. You can empty out all your extra hydrogen. Yep, that's for sure. So these builds do work very much like my last builds, though. Of course, they circulate the hydrogen around and around. Of course, we're going to use some of that for deuterium later on, stuff like that. But, yeah, so basically, this is what they do. Right? They just kind of go round, 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 and hopefully they will get enough hydrogen going through them that they put stuff out for us, because that's what we want. that's kind of the important part. So of course these are kicking out their oil onto this line. These guys are picking it up on this arrow here, and then they're distributing and picking up and distributing and picking up. Of course they self-cycle, right? So for every 2 they're dropping out, they're picking their own one back up, which is how that should work, and then the extra are actually getting to come down the line. But that looks pretty cool. It seems to be working pretty good. Pretty happy so far. We even have people getting picked up. We have supplies being picked up as we speak. So let's get this other side hooked up. There we go, yeah. Run down here, and we'll get you hooked in. There's 1, and there's 2. Do that. Yeah, there we go. Lots of the spinny things. Spinny all over the place. There we go. That's nice. Very nice. Let's have a zoom out look on that. Yeah, box, go away. We're trying to watch the spinny things. You know? Spinny thing. Oh, are we having electrical problems? I'll bet you we are, too. I never even thought of that. We are probably suffering. We are definitely suffering. We need 500. We got 200. Yep, that is probably a problem, for sure. Yep. All this stuff flying around is probably not good. I am going to have to lay down more solar panels. But that's okay. I mean, that's kind of self-expected. And I can always cut half of this back, just to kind of ease up on the power requirements. But for now, I'll let it run for a few minutes. We'll see what happens. Now, this is going to be the other problem. Right now, we're just not using enough of the hydrogen. And that's because we don't need it. So what I'll probably do is I'll temporarily put up a bunch of burners somewheres to burn it off, and it will also take care of our temporary power needs. So with that, let's make sure that we're getting lots of stuff made here. Yeah, I'm assuming they're not going anywhere with that supply at the moment. I'm assuming they're just making it. Or did I not even hook these in for power? I mean, that could be a problem. Did I not set the filters on these? Oh, I didn't even set the filters on these. Holy smokes, no wonder they're not doing anything. There, go ahead, guys. I mean, everybody else is using power. You might as well use the power, too. I mean, everybody might as well use some power, right? So that's going to allow them to build up. And, of course, that will take a little time because, of course, everything is just sucking up power now, right? But let's go down here. Let's have a look at this stuff. So, hey, it looks like the acid is not the problem. Graphite is a slight problem. No big surprise there. I will fix that. And, of course, yeah, everything's blinking because, of course, power is a problem. Where are we with the power? See, I do have lots of solar power, so it totally can't die. But I'm sure it will argue with me for a minute. So, of course, this is pulling in, no problem. And let's bebop along here for a little bit. We're getting a little plastic made, getting a few little diamonds made. No, stop it. I don't want to change anything. Just show me what's inside. Thank you. Yeah, right? Broadband. That's what we want. All right, I'm going to bring you back when we've got these fill up a little bit. I will also go fix up a little bit of a power problem here. And at the same time, I'll bring you back, and we'll turn the purple stuff on. All right, I think to wrap this one up, we should turn on some purple science. Oh, yeah. And that will take care of putting us right back to where we were with all the temporary sciences. And then, of course, next episode, we can get into the green science. Man, that is just so cool. I mean, it really does get really cool once you get up to a certain point in the game where, you know, you've got your initial planet build, you know, all the things going, especially when you're using a lot of logistics towers and stuff. You know, don't get me wrong, I have no problem with my first playthrough using all the belts on the home world. You know, as far as I'm concerned, belts are a measurable item, which allows you to be very precise in your calculations as to where everything is going. But in this case, I mean, I will say logistics towers do look cool. Okay, so we, of course, are all set to go with the stuff and the things. And you notice there's no blinking lights at the moment. Hey, I know. That's because, where is it? Right up here? Yeah, when you shove like a whole bunch of generators to burn off hydrogen. Turns out that's not a power problem anymore. So there you go. Boom, zip. Man, I'll tell you, when you're running at high speed and you zip around, it's really crazy on the camera. So I will apologize for that. But let's get the purple science running. Yeah. Now, with all this purple science running, you know, because I mean, this will do 200 a minute. It's what it's supposed to do. What are we going to have with it? Gee, I don't know. Well, let's have a look. I think, you know what? I think we will go for Universal Exploration 3. That way I can just sit here on the home world and then look at the planets around me, right? With a little bit of luck. Maybe that's how that works. Sure, something like that. And so what we'll do is we will now come up here to the purple section. And we will now tell it, you may now demand the purple. And let it start working its way up here. Here come the purple drones. Look at that, they're excited. I probably didn't switch their tower over from 10%, so they're literally probably bringing like 5 cubes at a time. Yeah, whatever. But they are getting it done. And of course that is starting to work its way around on the purple track. I don't even know how much it would take to fill up a whole track. It's probably going to take a good, oh, I don't know, but good 400 on that alone, I would think. You know, because the machines are taking it all in. They're like, yeah, we're going to take your purple stuff, right? It's all good, you know. Yeah. Oh, not this side. Go to this side. Yeah, they've all taken in their 10. They're all happy. They're like, yeah. Let's have 10. So now, yeah, see, here it is. They're coming around. They're making their way around now. All right, so let's do Universe Exploration 3. Boom. And we'll flash out of that for a second. We'll even hit the fast forward button. See how fast everybody can get their stuff up here. And let it blast through. What's it calculating at? 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Now, of course, they are probably trying to deliver as fast as possible. So I don't think all of these are going to keep going. But it does look pretty cool. I will say that. You know what? Let's go one step further. Yeah, so they're getting there. Of course, it'll be nicer once that circle actually fills out and they have an extra 5,000 in the tower. And then that way, see, as they work their way around, they'll be able to do that. Well, we're almost 50% done, though. 50% done, looking pretty good. We'll fly down here for a quick second. Everybody's buzzing away. Yep, look at them doing all them cubes. Now, of course, obviously, I could pack, stack, and rack these and do it faster. But all that would do is empty out the tower without replenishing it. And, of course, the goal here is to kind of keep everything on a even keel, right? So everything, you know, this is coming in and going out just as fast as they're using it. So everything should be nice and balanced. That is the goal with the and again, I am not doing nearly the science that some people do, but that's because we don't really have the resources that some people do. In fact, just as a quick update on that, we are now using the towers down here for iron. We are literally, there is only one little strip of iron left, and it is right here. There is the iron. And I mean, it is grabbing that iron out of there as fast as possible. That's it. So there is our iron. That's the only patch, so I've had to now call in the reinforcements from off planet. That is for sure. And looks like, oh, I was going to check that tower, make sure they weren't delivering that at like 3 buckets a second. Yeah, stop doing that, would you? You guys drive me crazy. All right, do that. At least if you're going to come up here with like more than 5. I mean, you know, come on. Make it a little worthwhile. There you go. See, like that guy, right? He's like they're gonna bring up. You're gonna bring some up. Bring some of it up. That's right. And looks like that's about to get done, and that will allow us to do a little more peeping around the universe. There you go. With that, I don't know actually what this does. I don't think it actually does what it says. Does it do what it says? Will it actually do that? Like if I say this and say view the planet? Oh, it does too. Look at that. I did not think it did. All right. Look at that. But it won't tell me what's on it. Well, that's kind of a ripoff, isn't it? I want to see what's on it. Okay. Well, I know what's on this one. I mean, I got people going there. Why don't you just tell me I'm taking all your sulfuric acid and I'll be happy? Yes. Signal detected. Oh, that's really good. You know, I'm glad you think there's a signal detected. In fact, yeah. You know, just tell me what's there. I've already been to the system. Just tell me what's there already. But yeah, so obviously we are going to take. Oh, I'm glad this. Oh, that's right. This is the system that has the other organic crystal in it too. But yeah, so that obviously has done its job, and so now we can continue to blast through more research. Now that we have it set up on a permanent basis. So now I'm going to probably do that off scene. I'll be going through here, cranking out a lot of this yellow stuff kicking around and all them things. And then next episode, green science. Yeah, green science. Because, of course, we're going to want them extra cubes. We want all the cubes to do all the things. And, you know, we may divert a little bit of that science from time to time into some warper technology. Oh, yeah. I'm Max. This is the Dyson Sphere Program. The 12 colonies, because there are only 12 of them, and some of them have barely anything. So there are a few systems that have some stuff. A lot of them don't have a lot of stuff, though, and we're going to make a huge Dyson Sphere around Mr. Blue Giant here, and then hopefully be able to share some of that power back to the other 12 colonies. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.